I have 4 o'clock. Let's call this meeting to order. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our next agenda item is public comment, and we have a suggested time of 5 minutes or less. So is there any public comment?
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Becky Jacobson Wright. I grew up in Page County and have lived in the area my whole life. My husband and I now live a fourth of a mile from where I grew up on the Page County side of Montgomery Page Street, where my ancestors settled when they came over from Sweden in 1877. This rural area is very important to us. Today, when I was on my early morning walk on the dirt roads that surround our land, I met a very nice Page County worker. We visited for a while, and he informed me that they were going to be closing the bridge that I walk over every day. I asked him if they could give me a chance to talk to the county engineer and the county supervisors. That's why we're here this afternoon. I understand that the county does not want to be liable for any kind of an accident that could occur on the bridge. What I don't understand is why the half a dozen or so planks that need to be replaced can't be replaced, and then a sign with a load limit installed on the bridge. I asked AI if a county has proper signage stating that a bridge is closed to anyone over certain tonnage and someone drives on it with more tonnage, is the county liable? The answer is the following, and I quote, "When a county properly posts weight limit or closure signs on a bridge, the driver, or if it's a trucking company, are held liable for any resulting damages / loss or bridge failures." And then they highlighted, "The county is shielded from liability because the signage legally fulfills their duty to warn drivers of the structure's unsafe limits," end quote. The bridge itself is made of iron, not wood. Yet some of the wood planks need to be replaced, but I wouldn't think that would take much more time than using a skid steer and forklift to remove perfectly good planks. If you still feel that the bridge needs to be closed, why do something so dramatic like taking several planks off each side? Why not leave it open for those of us who walk or want to ride our Rangers over it? I would think that there would be more liability or danger after removing multiple planks from each side. Kids or any mischievous person could fall into the river because of the gap created. I will not get into the sentimental reasons of keeping this bridge open. Many of our neighbors don't even know about this bridge closing. The ones that I had time to talk to today, after finding out about this meeting, were not able to come on such short notice. Thank you for letting me address you today.
Thank you, Becky.
Hello, my name is Brad Wright, her husband. Obviously echo her sentiments. When I talked with JD this morning and asked him the reasons again, and I fully understand the liability aspect, you have to be cautious. If there's something that you feel is not up to holding the traffic anymore, I get that and I understand that. And talking to JD is again asking the question, why removing the planks on either end? One of his comments was that was the recommendation of the bridge consultant, which gave us their number, Calhoun Burns. So I did talk to them, called them today. Rod, I believe, is the one I talked to. He said he works on the project down here. And, he said, yes, it's a recommendation to close the bridge based on their review. And again, I get that. I understand that. He says, how you do so, of course, is up to you. I guess I would just, again, echo what my wife said. If you want to close it, we would hope that you would consider closing it with signage. Even if you had to put a chain across or barricade or something to limit it so full-size vehicles couldn't go across, we get that. And I understand that you want to do something that is well posted so fools don't go zooming across there, because again, we know who's driving vehicles out there. But again, it's important to us that it stays open. At least, as I said, we walk it, we ride bikes across it, we do everything in that area. Again, my wife's lived there all her life, so again, we would hope to be able to at least continue to pass across it. We understand it's not up to Holden heavy vehicles anymore, but would ask you to reconsider removing some of the planks on either end and look at other options as you go forward. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Brad. Are there any other public comments?
Finally, a microphone at my level. It's amazing. I'm Jean Wagoner. We live north and east of town. What I'm coming to you about is, there's the solar panel project, that we came and talked and spoke about, and now we got a flyer today, a pamphlet, and Kristen said she hadn't gotten it yet. It went to supposedly all of the adjacent landowners. We had some questions. It sounds as if part of it is they're wanting to circumvent the Board of Supervisors and go to the, I had to write down the name here, go to the Iowa Utilities Commission to get an approval for it. And we're frustrated with that in the fact that this commission doesn't know the area, doesn't know any of the neighbors, and it just seems as though, as has happened in the past, promises are made or ideas are given and, oh, it's going to be wonderful. And then when it comes to fruition, it's a mess. And we as the neighbors have to put up with it, like the academy, the prison, the gun range, all these things that were said to be, oh, no big deal. The gun range, we dug thistles on it because nobody cleaned it up today. It's not been mowed. Oh, that was going to be wonderful for the community. You know, for the police. Well, you know, the police need a place to shoot, but they need to maintain their property. But this issue is, they say they're talking to the neighbors, yet the last time they talked to the neighbors, it was the day they came to Board of Supervisors. So I did talk to the man that signed it. It's a Caleb Easter. Had a good conversation. But I want to say our support for the Board of Supervisors in your decision, and it shouldn't be right for them to go above you without consulting and having a community forum or some type of informational meeting so that the neighbors know what's going to happen. We raised the issue of what's going to happen to the water, because all of this land is going to have solar panels on it, and all that water is going to come to us in order to get to the river. I said, what kind of plans do you have for that water? Because it won't be able to be absorbed into the ground if you've got all these panels on it. So he said they're working on a plan. And so I said, I would like possibly a copy of it by the June 9th meeting. He said they're going to come and present some things here on the 9th. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew you had our support. I just feel as though we worked with this commission a couple of years ago when the gas line wasn't deep enough. And we finally got them to lower. It was supposed to be 36 inches minimum. Most of it was not. And we had to show evidence to them because they wouldn't believe us. So we've had experience with them that if you're in the right, you know, we might have a chance. But I just feel as though, again, they say they're working with the neighbors, but yet, and also the other point was the land they're putting it on is not even Mid-American Service. That's by Stanton, by REC. And all the people around affected by it are on REC. So I said, if it's such a good project, are you going to offer service to the rest of us? Or do we get to put up with the solar panels, yet we get no service for it? We get, you know, benefit minimum or none at all. So that was kind of, I had some different things just reading the first few pages. So I just wanted to let you know that we feel supporting of you guys in your decision to make regulations and guidelines that they should follow. And yet now that they don't like them, they're going to go to the next person higher up. And I said, I asked him when the date for that commission is going to meet. He said that date's not been set yet. But I said it should be open to the public and we should get notification to where it's going to be. And he said he thought it would be in Clarinda. Are you familiar with that? So as I said, the commission doesn't know the area, hasn't looked at the situation. I said they need to come and talk to the people instead of making just a decision without any input from the area. So mainly that was the main thing. I just wanted to make sure. And Kristen said that not this guy, but there's another man, Mr.
John Huff.
Huff, has been talking to each one of you, which is wonderful, but they haven't necessarily come to us neighbors, except for that one time. So you know, we don't begrudge Irwin and Gordy trying to get a good money for their land. But we feel like the effect to the neighbors, we need to be at least talked to and explain how it's going to benefit us. And what mitigating factors they're gonna take into account in making the plan, not just for their piece of ground, but the effects of the water and different things that's gonna have on the rest of us. So thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing with you on the 9th. So, the other question I had too, in this brochure, it talks about a lot of exhibits, but you can only get them online. So I said, we don't have internet service either out where we are. Nobody likes us apparently. And so I said, we have to go to the library to get internet service. So I said, it'd be nice if we could get some of this information where if there's a diagram or something that instead of having to go to another source, that it'd be included in what we're getting. And so he said he'd think about it, but he said there was 90 people involved in the neighbors. Now, he's been there his whole life. I don't think there's 90 neighbors. I said, are you counting the people in the prison for the 90 neighbors? Well, he kind of laughed at me, but it just seems as though some of their data is lacking in what really reality is. And so I called him on, I said, well, let's, show me the 90 people, because I said, there aren't that many that own land around that site. So, and like I said, my other comment would be for the prison, the prison and police and sheriff's department, they need to mow and maintain their gun range, because it looks bad now. I know we've had a lot of rain, but that was one of the deals about having it, was they said they would maintain it and it would look taken care of. And right now it's not. And like I said, we spent half hour more digging thistles. I know it's government property, but we didn't want them to go to seed. And apparently they don't know what a thistle looks like. So I left them there for them to learn. So
Okay, thanks, Jean. My understanding is, and John Huff did call each of us to give us a heads up on this. And so he will be here at the June 9th meeting to talk a little bit more. And then I also believe there's going to be a public meeting. Didn't he say that? So that will be set up at some point.
Yeah.
For everybody, so.
be notified of it.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, we're not meeting next week, so the June 9th was the next one. Okay, is there any other public comment? Okay, we'll move on to our public hearing for the FY 26 budget amendment. Could I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Make a motion that we open the public hearing for the FY 26 budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Budget,
Budget.
sorry.
Okay, Kristen, do you want to explain? Or it's all right here, I know.
right there.
Yeah,
Our biggest expenses, of course, the wind turbine, we got expenses and reimbursements both. We had the law enforcement expenses that were paid from by the bond funds, but they needed to be included in the budget. They were not allocated in the budget. And the courthouse roof insurance reimbursement and expenses. And then we had the property taxes on the county-owned farm and VA building. And then we just had some miscellaneous ones from the sheriff and the K-9.
these were all pretty large. The ones that you've mentioned, we've had the jail project. We've had the courthouse roof project. We had the windmill project where we took in almost $1 million in fixing the roads. So they're big numbers, but the revenues are coming in to cover the expenses. So that's.
And then we
a
had
good
like
thing.
the IT, we had the server.
Mhm. Is there any other discussion that we need to talk about this? Any other questions?
The county farm then has been, that's all updated from the jail, of what's left of the farm versus the jail property, that got all straightened out? Okay,
And the county farm part is just because we had to pay the taxes. on
Right.
that.
That
So,
was just
okay,
yeah,
yep,
so that's that part of it.
okay.
So if there's no other discussion, we could hear a motion to close the public hearing, the budget amendment.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I have a motion before me, for the budget amendment. It's for expenditures, revenues, and then it also takes care of the appropriations. And this is, let's see, this is, resolution number 23-2025. Record of hearing and determination on the budget amendment and change of appropriations. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 23-26.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, our next thing is a resolution. We have two resolutions for transfers. And these are normal transfers that we have, we appropriate, and budget dollars to go from the rural basic fund to the secondary road fund. From the rural basic, from the rural basic fund to the secondary road fund, from the general basic to the conservation reserve fund is $3,000. From the general basic to the public health sub fund. And this is one we won't have to deal with after this year because we're moving it to the general basic, but that's 118,000. The rural basic transfers are 19,500 and 1,229,413. And this is where the secondary road fund gets a lot of their money. And then the money from the local option sales tax. There's 37,500 for rural basic. We have $115,892 for law enforcement. And then we have another $152,754 for law enforcement from the rural basic. We have 16,500 for the Page County Fair. We have $55,000 for secondary roads infrastructure. And we have $90,031 for rural basic. I believe that's law enforcement also. So I have two motions. Or two resolutions. I have resolution 24-2026 and 25-2026 to cover these transfer of funds from the various rural basic, general basic, local option sales tax. If I could have a motion.
You want separate?
These are all in the budget.
They're in the budget, yes. You can do them together,
Do them together?
24 and 25.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 24-2026 and 25-2026.
Second. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Didn't know.
Okay. Now we'll move on to our engineer update from JD.
Good afternoon, JD King, Page County Engineer. Lovely weather in Page County today. Should be the rest of the week. Engineer update went out just around noon today. The blades are out. We're hauling rock in the Shenandoah Hills Wind Project for catching up the rock roads that were part of the road use agreement. Freight Patcher's working on M56. also known as the H Road. That road runs north and south in the middle of the county. And we started closing the D-19 bridge for part of the morning. We had some communications with the neighbors. I spoke with the Wrights this morning. We're gonna proceed with the closure.
Yeah. Well, we need, do you have anything to say about what's going on with it? With the bridge?
You know, we need to close it so vehicles don't go across it.
I know we did a resolution last week to close it.
Right. It's not feasible to repair,
It's not feasible to repair.
not for traffic.
So is it still? So it sounded like though the recommendation was on how we close it is pulling the end planks out and leaving gaps from the road to the bridge. Is that still, or is there other options of closing it based off of other things that we've done in the past with bridges as far as closing it
We
to?
often, sometimes depends on how big the bridge is, we take the whole bridge out. And if it's a problem, we can do that. With that center pony truss, it'll be a little more involved.
Is there anything that if you were going to gate it or barricade it instead of pulling planks out?
We don't consider that a very good option. People will try to circumvent our closure.
Okay.
Did you talk to the landowners on each end of, the ownership on each end of the bridge?
No,
When you decided to do this? No?
no,
Okay.
it's been 3 ton for 10 years. And there's no weight limit below 3 ton that's in use in the county.
Can we just put up a barrier to keep vehicles from going down it? It's still, because you're gonna leave the bridge anyway, you're just gonna pull up some flags.
There would be barricades as well as pulling planks. That was the original plan. For the amount of barricades and removal of planks.
So are there holes in the planks that are there now?
There are some planks that need to be replaced.
So it's a danger to anyone even walking or riding or whatever across that.
Right, their bridge is wide enough that they could walk around.
And even if we
But,
put barricades around, it would still be a liability for the county.
right,
You're gonna have signs up though, right?
yes,
And barricade. Wooden barricade.
correct.
It looks to me like if you're leaving the bridge anyway, you could just leave the planks and keep the vehicles off of it.
I wouldn't even trust the side by side going off of it. It's so unstable. It shakes when you walk on it.
Is that because of the planks or the bridge?
So
Bridge.
the planks are all loose, so they move independently.
It needs to be taken out of service.
Well, there's different ways of taking it out of service, it sounds like. Looks to me like we can take it out of service, still make it somewhat usable anyway, especially for walking.
Well, I'll certainly do what the board
If,
wants.
I guess-
I'm gonna request that the end spans be removed.
and I guess my question would be then, I guess, if you left it open for walking, I'm assuming, let's just say somebody was walking across there, fell through one of the holes, broke a leg or something, the county would be liable at that point for walking,
But
even if
you
it's.
can't have it both ways. Either, I mean, it's closed. Or if we're sanctioning people walking across it, then I think,
Okay.
so.
Structure is iron.
Part of the structure is iron, man. The substructure is poor.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question? Sorry, just, I guess I'm wondering what the difference is between a level C road or level B road or something that's basically not maintained. What is the difference with a bridge? Do you mark it as such, it's no longer maintained, and mark it as closed? If somebody walks across it, that's on them, right? I mean,
If you have a dirt road, you're not gonna fall through 20 feet. And I understand it's about 20 feet down.
Yeah.
So I'm, I would hesitate to put anybody, in that type of position. If the whole bridge shakes,
It doesn't, that iron bridge is solid, the bridge out there is wild in it. Is it, and the bridge is sound, it's the planks that rattle over the place, I know that. But and I'm not a structural engineer, all, but then we act like I give that advice, I don't mean that, but I'm saying the iron seems to be solid, the guys out there this morning, maybe I comment, but. Yeah, we understand the vehicular traffic. We're saying we're moving a plank on either end, we don't understand the necessity.
guess I'd worry about the liability.
Of course, this ain't different than the one south of town here that you put a piece of wire across it to keep people from riding or going down it.
Which bridge?
I don't know, it's down here by south of, somewhere around College Springs area down in there. We talked about it a year ago. And they were driving four-wheelers and going across the 10. So,
I'm not sure which bridge you're talking about, but we'll take a look. Brian?
According to AI, I do proper signage. AI is not illegal. I would go with our county attorney rather than AI, but, I mean, I think anybody can sue you no matter what. I would just worry about somebody falling through.
Moving back to the update, we have some motor grader training coming up on
Okay.
Thursday, Wednesday in Atlantic. And then next week, we have some people with the Jackson Heavy Equipment Training. We'll be doing this down on 230th Street, west of Maple.
West of Maple,
Yes,
and what day?
1 through 4 June. We've done this before with this trainer.
Okay,
We're also gonna have operators from the neighboring counties in. So make it worthwhile.
so what's the one in Atlantic?
It's a motor grader operator,
Okay, we got it up there too.
a different training, not hands-on.
Oh, okay,
And LTAP is doing the training, different trainer.
okay,
Last week, we got in some oil to the shop. One of our mower tractors is down because of a shift cable. The service guys up at Atlantic believe they've figured out what's wrong with the skid steer, that it's been overheating. We got a tandem service due this week. And the trailer, the belly dump trailer is on the agenda item coming up.
Okay.
We've been working on project development in the engineer's office. Nick's gonna do a survey on the F Avenue culvert south of 230th. Been making some progress in the right of way for Yorktown bridges. The next two items are budget amendment and the Hungry Canyons agreement are on the agenda. Following the engineer's update. Other questions for me?
Well, I think we need to go back to the bridge for a minute and decide. Um. um, We have an engineer, we have a tech who have given their opinions,
And the consultant that we have.
consultant, the bridge consultants.
And they recommend closure.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about closing it.
Yeah,
I think it's just how we close it. I guess is more the question. I think everybody agrees that it probably needs to be closed to traffic. It's just
I wouldn't,
if there's other options of the way we close it, or if it opens us up for legal issues, which I would not want us to do. And I don't know what how the state looks at that, or how AI is one thing, but what's it actually gonna to say if we would let it stay and just block it off and then have people walking and somebody got hurt or something to that effect. So I'm not sure, and I'm not definitely not questioning your guys' opinions about closing it. So I just wondered if there was is there any other, I guess Brian was talking about a bridge that may have different guarding put up so that you can't run a side by side through there. You can't do anything, but you could maybe still walk across the barrier to get to the other side. I don't know if we have anything else like that in the county where we have done that.
When majority of time when we close a bridge, the entire bridge is gone.
Right, okay.
From feasibility standpoint, that center pony truss span is gonna require a very large crane to remove it from its current location.
Yep.
So that's why the meantime was to remove the planks leading up to that center pony truss portion. So that it was completely unusable.
Okay.
is there any way just to leave like a very narrow walking?
There's no, well, I don't wanna say there's no support, but
The substructure is poor. It's the piling are rotten, failing. I think it'd be irresponsible to. And I understand sentimental things. But. This bridge needs to be closed in our style.
You have, do
I say we hold off for another week and,
you wanna go out and look at it?
yeah,
Okay, it's on
It's
dirt
2
roads.
weeks.
It's on what?
It's on a dirt road.
They can go look.
It's passable now.
It's not what?
It's passable now.
It's dry.
It's dry.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Was that
What road is it on?
M
Yeah.
Avenue,
M Avenue?
M Avenue.
just south of the county line.
between 110 Montgomery Page Street.
What'd you say, Nick?
Between 110 Montgomery Page and that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll wait till next week, if that's okay.
June 9th.
Oh, June 9th. All right,
But you do have barricades up now today?
I don't know.
Were you starting to do that? Okay,
okay,
okay.
because we've already passed the resolution, so we need
Yes.
to do something to uphold that for temporarily anyway, okay. All right,
Thank you for considering it, guys.
Yep.
Next item on the agenda is secondary road budget amendment for fiscal year 26. The DOT has the budget. I've got the same numbers in there as in the county budget that was adopted earlier today. So I need a motion to approve this amended budget for,
So we're just
Fiscal year
amending what we've just amended, only this is on the DOT
this
budget.
is the DOT side.
Okay, right, okay. Do I have a motion to amend the DOT FY 26 budget?
Motion to amend the DOT budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we have,
Next item on the agenda is a Hungry Canyons agreement. This is a pipe on D Avenue south of J 64 down toward Westboro. It's a double elbow pipe. Hungry Canyons will pay $14,700 odd for the grade control part of that double elbow pipe. Nick worked this up. So this is $14,000 we can buy other pipe with. Need to adopt this agreement.
So the total of the project is 77,000,
Correct.
and then Hungry Canyons is putting in 14,000,
14,671,
671.
yes.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the Hungry Canyons Alliance Project Agreement.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And our final item on the agenda tonight is a belly dump trailer. Talked with my superintendents, and they and I recommend the ITM trailer. We had this in the fiscal year 27 budget. Got two quotes shown there. There's a summary outlining some of the differences.
We have a belly dump.
Say again,
You currently have a belly dump,
we have a belly dump from them, yes, and we have another one also.
so you're gonna have two.
Right now we have two.
You're gonna keep both of them and add the third, or
We're gonna get rid of the older one.
what year is it, do you know?
Can't remember off the top of my head. It's a low king belly dump, smaller capacity than the IPM that we currently have.
Two
A
actually.
lot of air actuator issues as of late, and it's been had a shot to get fixed quite a bit so far this year. We would like to get the ITM because it has an increased capacity versus the Trailblazer. The Trailblazer has a stock capacity of 24.5 cubic yards with additional sideboards on it.
What would I know?
The Siouxland trailer, Trailblazer trailer, base capacity of 24.5 tons, but with additional sideboards on it, it ups it to 28.5 cubic yards. The ITM comes standard as a 30 cubic yard trailer. Some of the other reasons we'd like the ITM is it has bigger actuators that are composite as opposed to steel. So through corrosion and everything, it will last longer. It has a bigger opening gate to allow the material to be placed more quickly, making more material placed in less trips each time, saving on all the associated costs with delivering rock to the roads.
And what kind was the one you're gonna get rid of?
I believe it is a
King.
Load King.
Load King?
Load King.
a Load King dump trailer. So would it be 26B, maybe,
Yeah,
2007?
Yes,
And the other one's ITM already? Or what?
Correct.
yes, we have an IT.
the newer trailer that we have right now is an ITM.
Okay.
And
The-
by
the-
adding a second one, we can increase inventory of parts, allow us to do more repairs in-house, things of that nature. Efficiency by scale.
Any value in the old one, get rid of?
We'd
Sell it.
sell it at public auction.
You use Purple Wave, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'd run the truck, roll the truck down to the belly dump, to the equipment trailer and sell 2024. Which is a 1994 International.
Since this is already in our budget for next year, it will be delivered after the 1st of July?
We won't pay for it till,
Pay for it after the 1st of July? Okay.
they have to build it yet. It'll come in late June or July.
Yeah, the ITM trailer would be available to us much sooner than the
Okay.
Siouxland Trailblazer. We wouldn't get the Trailblazer until August or later.
I would make a motion that we purchase the ITM belly dump trailer for $67,850.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right, our next thing, pardon me, is to discuss action of awarding the contract for the annex ADA improvements and parking lot.
So we received the 4 bids in the auditor's office Friday. And we opened them at 3:15 today as we planned. Do you want me to read them, Judy, or do you want to?
I don't have them.
Do you have
I have.
copies of them?
I do not have copies yet.
Oh,
You still have the copies?
I have the originals.
Yeah. Oh, you had what, the originals, yeah.
Do you?
I can read them or you can read them. Thank you. Write all these down. Okay, the first one is from 10 Point Construction. And their bid for the number one, well, let's say the whole thing, the number one, okay. The number one annex lot and sidewalks is $83,297.50. And number two, the sidewalk is $24,150. For a total of $107,727.50.
what was that amount again?
107,
No, just the sidewalk was
24,150, 24,150.
50.
The second one is Stickler. And theirs is 60,000 for number one, 60,880. And sidewalk 18,900 for a total of 79,780. Third one is from 3D Construction. And the first one is 71,575. Number two, 16,800. For a total of 88,375. And the last one. Is from Honeyman Construction. And the first is 62,840. And what was the second one, Nick? Do you have?
Division two was 18,120.
18,120 for a total of 80,960. Okay. When these were opened, they did not, none of them had, what did they need? The bond?
3D construction equipment.
What'd you,
Check. 3D Construction had their $1,000 surety bond
okay,
in with their application. The rest did not.
and the rest of them did not. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so if you look at these, 10 point total 107,727.50, Stickler 79,780, 3D 88,375, and Honeyman 80,960. So Stickler is the low with the 79,780, 79,780.
Make a motion.
We have 50,000 that we have in the budget. That was the sale of the the engineers building that we put in the budget for this. And I gave you guys the totals of all the lost money to make up the rest. Because the lost is divided into 3 different categories.
So that would be the 29,780 out of lost. I would make a motion that we accept Stickler's bid,
Second.
$79,780. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nays?
Nay.
Agenda. Okay. We go on. 780. We can move forward with that one. Okay. All right. Now, our next action item is the sheriff's app that Aaron brought to us last week. You have anything further to say, Aaron? No?
And I gave you guys the opioid balance for that.
Right. And yeah. He gave us last week a demonstration. And is it like, I've lost my notes, 23,000? That's what it was for 3 years. Do you want these, JD? You want these things?
I can take them.
Oh, okay, all right. So 23,000 for 3 years.
Yes.
Todd, you had some comments to make.
Yeah, I just, I talked to different people and, lots of interest, excitement on it. Especially with the not being something that the individuals would have to pay for. As far as that always helps, having a free app like that. I think it's a great way to get information out to the public, that is already public information. That is just another way that people can search things and get information, if they can't make it to the courthouse or be able to call or what have you. So, yeah, I see a lot of good things in there. It'd be interesting to see, you know, if, the one thing I guess I was wondering is if we are using opioid money for just the first year, or we're gonna cover 3 years.
I would suggest we use 3 years. It saves $1,000 every year.
Okay,
Um,
so we would do
Might
a
as
3 year
well do it.
contract and then at the end of that 3, I guess we'd have to understand what the usage was and I don't, do they track that? Do they track
Yes.
how many?
We'd be able to have all the metrics on,
Yeah,
downloads at the very minimum. I don't know if we would have how often it's being used by each person, but we would have downloads for sure.
and the, Kristen, you said you handed us the opioid.
it's on a
It's-
sideways.
Okay. Should be papers here too.
The 292,012.41 is our balance of opioid currently. And we have budgeted next year, 40,000, leave to spend it.
Okay.
Okay.
And we are 100% sure that this is covered on the opioid, that we can spend the money on it.
Yes.
Yes,
There
you
is.
should have a
We've
letter.
already, okay,
You should have a letter included in there. And I think that is the list of agencies in the state that are currently using it. I don't have a firm number on this, but most of them have alluded to the fact that they are paying for it.
I
with
did, I
opioid.
was on an
Okay.
opioid webinar, and this
Yep.
is one of the items that
Okay.
they suggested using it on.
okay.
So it's,
Well, I
I
would,
think it's a good thing for it.
yeah, I mean, I would make a motion that we go ahead and pursue that. And, use the opioid funds for the 3 year contract for the Page County Sheriff app.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yes, so you can move forward with it.
Will do.
Okay. Did we amend opioid? July
Yeah.
July 1st, yeah, okay. All right, we are to the point of board communication.
I have a SWPCO meeting Thursday and a Republican Jam Committee meeting tomorrow. And we did go look at Johnson Run, so I met with the AJ Lyman, the Shenandoah City Administrator, and Todd Fouch, who is I guess he's the head of the street department over there in Shenandoah. And Nick did come over and we measured it. It's about between 150 and 200 foot section of the Johnson Run where I'd sent pictures that couldn't get very good pictures. So, but it is a very deep drop off. Where the bank is getting eroded, kind of undercut by the creek itself. And so they're real concerned about how much of that is washing away. And it looks like it's such a steep incline or down, that it probably is going to have to be reshaped, and there's probably some trees that need to come out. And, so, uh, like we said, there was already a quote that they had, for that, but, I had Nick pull up some figures as well, and he thought that quote was pretty accurate. Now I think we just need to go back and look at like what the previous agreements state. I know we've talked about this before, and I'm not sure, we don't have a 28E or anything like that with the city as far as how that drainage district goes. So, and that's one thing here. I don't know if last year we talked to them a little bit about, they were wanting us to see if there was more documentation so that they would know what they were responsible for and what the county is responsible for. And that's never really been dictated or documented anywhere. And so somehow we need to, you were thinking
I
that there's
think if we-
possibly a drainage.
I think if we go back and look at the drainage book, we'll find
Okay,
there, every time we have a meeting with Fremont County, we have minutes.
yep,
And so I think if we go back in and read some of those minutes, maybe we can find the answers to what we need.
okay,
So,
yep. And then if, if there's a way to get some kind of formal documentation so that all the parties involved have a copy of that and understand it, then in the future, that we won't have all this wondering who's doing what and who's
who
responsible
has
for
to
what.
pay,
But
yeah. So Kristen and I will look at the drainage book.
yeah,
Or Kristen will, I don't know, somebody will. We'll look at it and see what we can find and come up with some answers on who pays for what, and who's responsible for what. My memory serves one thing, but we'll see if it's correct or not, so,
okay. All right.
yeah, so we can do that. Okay, Brian, anything to add?
Nothing.
Okay, I had a Wabansie meeting today. We passed the Wabansie budget, so that's good for another year. Trying to think if I've done anything else. Fielded a couple calls. Various things.
Oh, I was gonna tell you too, I did get, I don't know if you guys were on the email about the ADS or the lighting system for the wind turbines.
No,
So.
we don't get that one.
Yep, so I did reach out to John, we had a conversation, then I went ahead and asked him about where that stood. And it sounds like they have the tower up, the radar tower. They're working on putting a few other things together, since the state started looking at making that mandatory for all the wind projects, they are working on, I think he said 8 different ones that are putting that in. And so there's been a little bit of a backlog.
So 8 here in our
No,
project.
no, just
altogether.
8 across the state that
Okay.
they're adding. So he did say that hopefully by late July, early August, that should be operational. So yeah, it's been a little bit longer than what we thought originally, but I keep after him about it. So hopefully,
And that's, what is it, ADLS? Is that what it is?
yeah,
Lighting?
airplane detection lighting
Yeah.
system. Yep.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Good that you stay on top of it too, so,
Yep.
okay, that's all board communication. Anything? We need to pass the minutes from the 19th.
Motion to approve the minutes as stated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else that we need to discuss?
No meeting next week, right?
No meeting next week, no.
Okay.
I guess I have. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
We will have claims to pay. So do you want to, when Jeff sends it out over email, do you want to look at them and approve that way? Or how would you like to?
Just let us know and I can come over and sign whatever
Okay.
we need to sign.
I'll be in
Whenever-
Japan on
when-
June 2nd.
Whenever they're ready. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town then.
Really?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay.
So. I
Well,
mean,
we can either do that or we can do it by email and approve them.
Okay.
But one of the things, and then we need to remember on June the 9th that our meeting will be at 9 AM. We have to do the canvas on June 9th.
Okay.
So. It's where we go through everything. We don't have to do a secondary thing because we don't have the other counties involved, okay?
Oh, okay. It's just June
So
9th
just-
at 9 AM.
June 9th at 9 AM, that'll just be our regular meeting and. Can you make that one, Brian?
Well, make it,
Okay. All right, then we got an invitation, I don't know where it came from, but anyway, to the you and Maxine Loudon Business Park groundbreaking and dedication on June 18th. This is the land that's at 7th at Garfield, butting the Highway 2 bypass. So
Thursday.
I guess it doesn't say the time. We're invited to the groundbreaking.
10 AM.
Oh, 10 AM, I see it now.
Yep.
Can't even see it. Yeah, okay. All right. Anything else that we need to talk about? So our next meeting, June 9th at 9 AM. If nothing else,
motion adjourned.
Second.
all in favor? Aye, 5:01.